Good evening, everybody. It's almost 6 o'clock, about 15 till 6. I've been home since about 3. I didn't put up a video yesterday because of what the doctor's reports were, or at least what I was told. And I looked at the actual paperwork that we get to bring home that has the after report, or however you want to put it. And, yeah. If you haven't watched Jerry Ann's video on her channel, she gets more technical and more in depth because I wasn't in the room. I had my own appointment. My sister-in-law, Julie, was there, and Julie was confirming what Jerry was telling me. And, I couldn't get my head wrapped around it last night, so I didn't put a video on. I'm still having a little bit of trouble. But like Jenny Ann said to me, I don't know if she said it on her video because I didn't watch the whole thing, but we're going to Springfield Friday so they can biopsy the tumor in her knee. Now, as for the growth tumor, whatever you want to call it, on our kidney, I don't know what they're going to do. I think what they want to do is they want to biopsy the knee because the fact it's easier to biopsy than a kidney. And, well, until we get the final results and get the final information, I'm not going to be too... I'm trying to keep myself as relaxed and calm as possible. Sorry, I have to take a drink every so often because my mouth gets dry. But I did watch a good portion of her video, and I agreed with her on we're going to do our best to fight this situation because there's a lot of things on our to-do list, bucket list, whatever you want to call it, that we have not been able to see. She's never seen the Grand Canyon. I did, but I'm willing to go back with her. I've never seen the Redwood Forest of California. I would love to go see those. She's never seen Yellowstone. I would love to take her up there. I have never seen the Grand Teton National Park, which is the Southgate area of Yellowstone. We would love to go RVing. We would love to go take a cruise. She wants to go to the Caribbean. I want to go to Alaska. Or, ooh, that would be even better. Take a Norwegian cruise that goes, I think it goes to Norway, but I'm not sure. But I want to go see certain parts of Europe with her. She wants to go down to like Greece and Crete because she's got family down there that she found through Ancestry.com. We're not ready to give up. Far from it. Sorry, folks. There's a lot of things we have not done that we want to do as a couple. There's a lot of things that we want to do, not just because of the fact that we want to do it, but because it's things that we've talked about doing. And, you know, okay, so what? We might not be able to afford to go see Europe or Crete or any of the places that she wants to go see. But, excuse me. Getting an RV to travel and go sightseeing and do things that we want to see. You know, it's kind of one of those things that we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what kind of treatment she's going to need, what she can and cannot do, what they're going to be able to do for her. There's a lot of different unknowns. So to sit there and contemplate what we're going to do depending on anything, to me right now it's kind of difficult because of the fact that it's like there's 3 factors I can think of that would hamper any of our plans, our desires or whatnot. One is for treatments. How bad is it going to wear her out? What kind of treatment she's going to have? It's going to be a rough road. Julie's willing to be here to help. She's going to come back after she goes to the wedding that she pre-planned. There's just, let's just put it this way. I know there's plenty of people who'd be willing to come out to help. Not just family or friends, but she's already had YouTube friends offer to come and sit with her for a while I'm at work. I'm not going to talk about me right now. I'll talk about me in a second. But we've had a lot of, or at least she's had a lot of well-wishers and people who appreciate her for her. But this is a serious ordeal, and I really just, I am so thankful for all the people who did well wishing on her channel. There's only one person who wanted to be spiteful. That's all I'm going to say. And I was just like, who the hell do you think you are? This is not a laughing matter. This is not a joke. This is serious. This is not something me nor Jerry would make a joke of this, because we've known several people who either died from cancer or who have had cancer treatments and survived. Just about every member of her family, all 3 sisters basically, Julie, Jane, Alicia, they've all had cancer of one form or another, mostly thyroid. And they've all come out, the better for it. They all, they got their treatment, they got their whatever they had to do, and it took care of the situation. But because the doctor, according to Jerry and Julie, said it is basically stage 4 cancer. They can treat it, but they cannot cure it. And, well, like Jerry said in her video, can you just remove the kidney? You only really need one to really function. But I don't know if you need both if you're type 2 diabetic. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, hey, yeah. What can you do to decrease the masses, prolong her life? I don't know. So I'm not jumping to conclusions or okay, how many years do we have to fulfill a bucket list type thing. We're both hoping and praying for the best. We're both hoping and praying that after they do the biopsy on the tumor in the knee, they can give us a better picture or a better idea of what needs to be done. Because that's my thing. It's like, okay, all right, we know what the situation is. What do we need to know to move forward? That's my thing. It's like, okay, you did all these tests. What more do you need to do to formulate a treatment plan or whatever so we can move forward and make decisions? And I know she wants me to be able to retire to spend as much time or the rest of her days with her, But I'm not ready to jump to that stage until I know, you know, basically, what's going on. Um, I had been offered a evening job to work Wednesday through, was it Wednesday or Thursday to Sunday, and have Monday, Tuesday off. And I was just kind of like, parts of me went, yeah, I might need a second job just because I don't know how much my insurance will cover. But at the same time, I'm going, no, because that means I will have barely enough time to come home, go to sleep, wake up, and basically wash, rinse, redo type situation. And that would take too much time away from spending time with Jerry. So I just kind of went, I don't think I would be able to do that because of current situation. Now, if the situation wasn't the way it is and I wanted to be able to get extra money to pay off bills, have a good Christmas, things of that nature, I might have went, let me discuss it with my wife and see what she says. So, but I don't want to run myself thin. I don't want to run myself ragged with two practically full-time jobs. I wouldn't even have the time to run home, change clothes, kiss my wife, and then go back to work. As much as part of me would go, yeah, I want to run away from the situation because I just don't know how to deal. But at the same time, it's like, no, I don't want to do that because I know me and I'll end up having regrets of one form or another if something were to happen. So, yeah, I'm not ready to do that whole, yeah, let's work 2 full-time jobs, 5 days out of the week. No. What would be nice, but at the same time not nice, is if I could work nights. The reason why is me and Jerry are more nighttime people than daytime people. But I have to deal with some paperwork by December to make decisions on, am I going to take the wonderful sounding benefit package of healthcare? Because my job offers medical, dental, vision, life insurance for both me and my wife, accidental death and dismemberment, there's all kinds of benefits. And the most expensive one is the medical. Of course, medical would be more expensive, but I'm getting medical through the government medical aid program that's been around since, as it was called by certain people, Obamacare. But it's been beneficial because at this point in time, the only expense that we have medical-wise is things that are not fully, like, we have a copayment. And the copayment is either, like, most of the time when we go to visit our doctor, it's like $5. But because of all the different procedures and whatnot Jerry has had lately, it's more. And I'm afraid that, part of me is afraid that if I don't take the offer from my job, our medical bills are going to be outrageous. But I don't know if I want to call it the upside or what, but the one thing that Jerry and Julie and other people have said to us is, if this is a serious issue like cancer, we can get all kinds of benefits and assistance from the various medical groups and, that kind of thing. So I'm just like, okay, we might have to look into it if it is that serious. But I really don't want to do that because I, for one, feel guilty to a certain extent of getting benefits that I feel like we don't really need because we've got things covered. But under the circumstances, until I start seeing bills and whatnot and seeing how much it's going to cost us for maybe she gets chemo, I don't know. Um, right now, I'm leaving that up to you because I I don't need it, but she might need it. So it's kind of like one of those. What's the greater of what is greater? What is the greater of the two evils? Because I was born and raised where if you can work and you can make your own way and whatnot, you don't ask for handouts. At least you don't ask for handouts from non-family. My whole life, my family has always been willing to help out other family members. My father tried to straighten out my one cousin's ex-husband. That was a fail because he was a real piece of work. But my father's always been like, "What can I do? You're not feeling good. You're not sick. You've got this thing to worry about. You got that. You can't handle it all. What can we do for you?" And a lot of times it was like, I can't. I've had a couple family members say we can't really get around to making dinner because we're running around trying to take care of all these other things. There was the funeral. There was one or two funerals. There was a lot of different little things, and my father was like, "No problem. Let me into the kitchen. I'll take care of the food. No big deal." But I was always taught. That's one of the reasons why when I had trouble between the time I basically left home to the time I got my first official job, the only money I was getting at that time until I turned 21 was my father's VA benefits until I turned a certain age, and I think I was 21. And that was the only handout I ever got. I never asked for food stamps. I never applied for unemployment. None of that stuff. Never done that. But with this situation now, it's kind of like, yeah, it might be important to look into medical assistance or something of that nature just to help pay the medical bills. Who knows? We might get enough money so we can actually put a walk-in shower instead of the tub that we have now. That way it's easier on Jerry. Things like that I want to do around the house just to help her out. The walk-in shower, a different toilet system with a handicap bar. We're going to do some minor rearranging in the bedroom again so Jerry can use her walker. So instead of using the commode for all the time, she can get in and out of the bedroom into the bathroom and use the toilet. There's a lot of different things that we're looking at to just make it easier on her to get around the house because she wants to get around the house. The doctor has basically said you can do anything you want to, just don't get sick because that will push your treatments back, and don't fall. In other words, don't fall and damage her knee or anything like that because that can put back the medical stuff. So me and Julie are trying to work on different things of like, okay, all right, since the doctor said you can move about the house as long as you don't trip and hurt yourself, let's make it easier for you to get to the restroom. We got her a transitional shower chair, which basically means she can sit down from the outside, lift her legs over the tub, and then slide into the shower part. It's one of the reasons why it's like Mom's offered to basically let her use Mom's walk-in shower. Jerry doesn't want to do that for whatever reasons. I don't know. So I was kind of like, if we can get money and have Lowe's come in and rip out the tub and put in an actual shower a walk-in shower, so she can leave her shower chair in the shower and just, get into the shower, close the shower door, do whatever she has to. There's a lot of things running through my head on, okay, if she's going to be disabled or have trouble with one thing or another, what do I need to prepare for, or what do I need to think about to plan to make things a little bit easier on Jerry? So yeah, a lot of things going through my head, like, okay, we can do this, this, and this by ourselves to make things easier, but if we had this or that or something like this, it would be 10 times easier. Walk in shower with handicap rails by the commode, or not commode, the bathroom toilet. Every time I think of commode, I'm not thinking about what she's got next to her bed. So, it's like she's able to get around with her walker. My next thing going through my head is, depending on what they're going to do with the tumor in her knee and whatnot, and if she gets to the point, because of treatments, she can't use her walker, it's like, okay, we need to find an electric scooter or something that she can use easily without having to like rebuild, tear down and rebuild the house type situation. So it's one of those kind of like, okay, a lot to think about, a lot to consider, a lot of things, but yet again, we're basically waiting for the biopsy and its information to see what they're going to do next. So I'm just kind of like, bugger. But on the positive side, she is very high-spirited, very positive. She's not letting this whole thing drag herself down. And I'm trying not to let it drag me down either, but every so often I just kind of, I lose it. Sorry for sniffling and drinking on camera. It's been, yeah. Has not been a fun ride, but you got to learn how to deal with the curveballs that are sent your way. So, right now. But anyhow, I had on Monday, my doctor was just a combination of a follow-up and to do flu shot, some labs to check on my I don't remember what the labs were. Check on my vitamin D level, check on my triglyceride level, things like that. And I sorry. I gotta look on my my Mercy app to see what it says and hope I can understand it. But since I haven't gotten a phone call saying you need to come back to the doctor's office ASAP, I guess everything's hunky-dory. I don't know. But anyhow, wondering if I should redo those. Because of the circumstances, my the memory verses or the meditation verses, summer of 2005, when she was diagnosed with her own form of cancer that she had. 57 different Bible verses, and one of them she has, basically her husband, I should say, took the notes and wrote them down, or gave us the different book, chapter, and verse. And the one that she had an asterisk near, which basically meant memorize, was Ephesians 3:16-21. But I think I'm gonna redo these, go over them again, and focus and whatnot on them. Basically, that's all I can do. I can either sit here and let it cause me to have a negative outlook, but no, I'm gonna try to follow my wife's suit and have a positive outlook, because having a negative outlook on it is just gonna make things worse. So, anyhow, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and well, being it's after 6, probably spend the rest of the night sitting in the bedroom with Jerry. I don't know what we're gonna do, whether we're gonna watch a movie or not, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyhow, I'm not looking for thumbs up or down or comments or whatnot. That's your guys' choice. Same with subscribers. It's your choice. And if you do decide to subscribe, you can hit the little bell or the word that says subscribe, and then it'll be a little bell that pops up, and you click on that for basically notification that I put in a video. But that's your choice today. Actually, it's your choice every day, but I'm not worried about it. I got bigger fish to deal with. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys' viewership. I really do. We will see what happens come this weekend. Until whenever I do another video, because I don't know. I'll see you guys another time. You guys have a good night. God bless. Bye.